Recording three of the day for this. I'm honestly, it is like getting pretty ridiculous like how long this chapter is because now again we're in Firefly, right? I thought we were gonna end once we were done with Sweetheart's Castle, right? But looks like we still have a bit more. Again, in I guess Forest of the Lost, right? Firefly. But seemingly the main thing is we're supposed to make our way back to the metro, right? And again, I'm just gonna spend this part kind of exploring the forest, right? So yeah, that's an enemy. So I was gonna say if this were a hero would be scared as fuck of this thing, you know. Spider cat, you know. Yeah, let's knock that out. And also, I forget there was the one person in the metro who wants us to kill bunnies. So the more bunnies we kill, the better off we are, you know. Damn. I was gonna say, so I guess it just makes us happy, right? So which isn't the worst thing in the world. Again, just it will lower our accuracy, right? So, and again, remember we have Sweetheart's bust on Sweetheart or as part of the role, so she's always going to go last. Okay, that's interesting. Gets a bit darker here, right? This is so fucking huge. Like low key. Who the fuck are these two? Fi Fiery Pyrofly. Let's just kill them both. Hit EVA maxed. So yeah, Space Boy's furious, right? So, dude, we're not gonna be able to max evasion is insane. So we're just not gonna. Oh my God, low key, a fucking a move to just max evasion is actually insane. I can't emphasize that enough. Dude, like, all right, I'm not gonna lie, that pisses me off. You really got an enemy that has a move to max its fucking evasion. Like, that's actually egregious. Like, I can't emphasize enough. That's like so fucking bad. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, that's so insane. Why is that? All right, that really pisses me off. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know why you would give a base game enemy a move. Just kill this thing. Like, I'm not even messing around. Like, that actually really fucking pisses me off. Like, that actually really pisses me off. So, that's so bad. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh my God. So our hit, dude, like this is like so horrible. Like and again, dude, what? All right, I'm not gonna lie. Why is this like chapter still going on? Like I just want to try to like figure out like where the fuck we're supposed to like actually go. There's a save there, right? We're getting a ton of whole chickens. Like, yeah, just try and knock this thing out before it maxes its own fucking like a dude, that's so bad. Like at that point, I might as well just fucking like run away because like if it's really got, let's see. So, and we're not even gaining. I'm just trying to knock these guys out so I can. That's an enemy, dude. What the fuck? Who are these people? Iris. Damn, we lost our buffs. Thankfully, we maxed out though, because I'm not gonna lie, like this, like I really don't. What are we even doing here? Magic broom, jam packets are low key pretty nice, but like again, what are we doing at this point? Like, and where the fuck does this lead to? Hello? Damn. So we're finally utilizing this. I think this is the first time. Man, I was both hard and juice loss. Damn. So what the fuck? All right. So that's actually low key pretty egregious. So I guess we'll see how much oh well, I guess not, but I was gonna say like so is there any like remedy? I guess there probably is. So there we go. So yeah, so this was this way. So we came from here again. So that's why I'm like, dude, like this I'm not gonna lie, this is low key kind of pissing me off, like actually at this point. Like where the fuck are we supposed to go? Like I have genuinely zero idea where we're supposed to go at this point. Or what we're doing. They just like drop us off in the middle of fucking Firefly. Like again, the fact that the chat like it's actually kind of annoying. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like it's kind of annoying that this is still going on like this. Like like at this point I just want to get the chapter done with. Like the benefit in the enjoyment of playing through the chapter is gone, right? Like that's gone. It's no longer here, right? You know. Oh god damn it. Like we just need to get through to wherever the fuck this metro is. You know, did it really just hit? Oh my god. Are we gonna be able to fucking kill this thing, or like we ain't gonna need? Okay, thank God. Because yeah, it's like what are we still doing at this point, right? And the problem is the enemies respawn. So yeah, it's like what, dude? Like, all right, like I'm low key losing my mind over this shit. Like how fucking bit? Like I'm low. Like I really am losing my mind over this. Like I'm, you know what? Just fuck it. I'm not gonna like fight and because I was gonna try to like clear out. Really? So I'm ignoring all of Firefly, I think, at this point. What's gonna happen is we're gonna ignore all of Firefly and just go to wherever the fuck we need to go. Like I have no idea why this is as extensive. There's another rare. You gotta be kidding me. Holy shit. Like this is like why the fuck is this as big as it is and why like oh my God. We're max level and we can't escape. That's crazy. We're about to Sweetheart's about to die. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like this is low key like obscene. Like, dude, where the fuck are we? Like I'm all right, I'm like losing my mind over this. We're in like an area that has like literally fucking like 20 billion like enemies and has like apparently every single like item. Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck we're supposed to be doing. Oh my God. Yeah, we're ignoring all of Firefly. We're just wrapping up this chapter. Like I'm not again, like I don't know why like I'm it's actually like low key kind of like really pissing me off. Like we're ignoring all of Firefly. We just need to figure out where the fuck we need to go. So the metro, so we should, logically speaking, we should just go straight south and nowhere else, because of, again, guess we got a bit more stuff. We're just going, I'm running away from every single enemy because there's just no point, again, like, especially because we can't, get any more XP. Oh my God, really? That is fantastic. Damn, and that literally just knocked out like half our fucking party. So that's fantastic. Damn, 65% chance that I can't get away. That's fantastic. Literally just, all right, great. Killed a party member. We'll deal with that later, right? But Jesus Christ, like why the fuck is this like this actually really pissed me off, I'm not gonna lie. Dude, you're kidding me. Oh my God. Can I just get, yeah, like I really don't know why the fuck like this is as extensive as it is. Like, especially like at this, like if this was the start of a chapter, it would make more sense. Like if this were the start of a chapter, it would make more sense, right? But again, this isn't. Like where this is seemingly, did it just fucking loop? Hello? Oh my fucking, okay. It fucking looped. You gotta be actually fucking kidding. So, hello? What the fuck are we? All right, I have no idea what the fuck is going on then. So, I'm going back to the castle, right? Because the whole thing just looped. So, clearly it's never ending. That, I'm not gonna lie, that Loki really pissed me off. We're not doing it. So, how do we came up through here, right? Because we just need to get back to the metro, because that's seemingly what was implied. I'm not gonna lie, we're not messing around in Firefly at all. Like, again, like at this, maybe if we started here's what I'll say. If we started off the chapter, I'd be more interested in like messing around. But it's like, dude, we're just trying to finish off this chapter. Like, and can we actually go up here now? Because this dude was blocking the way. So like, hello? Can we still not like? So it looks like we really can't just go that way. So, and what did this dude want again? Oh yeah, we got the body pillow, right? That's like Sweetheart's unique let's see. Any basic attacks may inflict charm, but again, like I'd rather have Sweetheart's bust and have like the massive like attack boost. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't gonna be messing around in powerful again. Maybe if it were the start of the chapter, but like, and then how? So I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot what the way is. Let's just go down here. Seemingly, we just need to get back to the metro. Like that's seemingly like the big thing, is we just need to make it back to uh I don't think this is where we're supposed to go. Yep. But yeah, we just got back get back to the metro, and then that's seemingly where this chapter. All right, what the fuck? I guess this isn't the way we're supposed to go. Oh yeah, because this is where we came out of, right? So Metro Hub. And then let's throw Sunny in the lead, right? I forgot where we even so is this where this was it here? I guess so. So because if you remember the last time, the last time we actually went in the train at the end of chapter two, that's when we went to the real world for chapter three, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna. That's why I was like, I was not gonna like spend all that time in Firefly. Maybe there's some cool stuff there. So, damn, I was gonna say, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm not messing around with these. We're at max level, so there's literally no benefit to. Okay, so here we are, right? So now it's a question of, so yeah, Metro Hub. Because I was gonna say, so because there's nothing new opened up to us. It's still the same stuff that we have access to. So it's like I don't. So we're here, right? Does he maybe mean like? Does he mean like up here? Like, oh, thank God we already got this shit filled out. I'm assuming this is where you need to go, right? So there's the Kool-Aid guy, right? Uh, Kid, that was very weird. I just saw it like disappear for a second, you know. God damn it. So is this where we're supposed to go? Like, I'm gonna be honest, I have zero clue where we're going at this point. Like, I mean, I'm just trying to look at how to end the chapter because I feel like we're at the very, God damn it, I clicked FN. I don't even know what that did. But again, I feel like floor one, is this where we're supposed to go? Because I genuinely have zero idea where we're going at this point. Like, I want to throw that out there, right? I want to throw that out there. I have no idea where. Okay, this very clearly isn't where we're supposed to go. All right. I have no idea where the fuck we're going at this point. Because yeah, this is, that's where we're at for like chapter like two. So I have no idea where we're going and what we're doing at this point. They said go back to the metro. I have no fucking clue what we're doing from here. Firefly is seemingly looped. So that's still blocked off, right? Again, I have zero fucking clue where we're going at this point. Yeah, Lord knows. Again, this is like I'm very confused as to where the game wants us. It just said go back to the metro, right? And then because we're not messing around because Firefly loops seemingly, we're not messing around with there. Also, because I should have figured this is 100%. Oh my God, this is probably just gonna one shot these because these are like this chances are this attack one shots them. Yeah, freaking get out of here, But yeah, like I have no idea where we're going from here. Because yeah, this is here. Because here's the thing, right? So we started off the chapter. Yeah, these guys are about to get annihilated. And I'm not ending this part until we actually finish the chapter. I just need to figure out, like, again, I have no idea where the game wants us to fucking go at this point. But because here's the thing, we started off the chapter in this room, right? So it's a question of, like, where are we actually going at this point, right? We started off the chapter in this room. That's still blocked off. Was this always open? I think so, because this just leads to like the beginning of the metro. Yeah. So, because this is where we actually literally like, why can't we run in here? So, yeah, this is where we started off, and we can't even run in this room. So, this is where we start off, right? Maybe there's something this way. Maybe this way is like, again, so still coned off. right? Still coned off, right? Seemingly nothing down here. Again, where the fuck? All right, I'm low key like getting pretty pissed off at this game at this point. Where are we supposed to fucking go here? Like again, I'm low key getting pretty pissed off at this because it's like there's like again, Firefly is endless. It's looped. We're not supposed to do anything at Firefly, right? It specifically emphasized go back to the Metro, right? It specifically emphasized that. So it's a question of where to at this point. I feel like we're 100% supposed to take the elevator because B2, so it's still fuck the fuck you mean it's okay, fucking it's broken, you know? Okay, I'm losing my mind over this shit. Like I don't want to have to look up where the fuck we're supposed to go. I know it's somewhere in the metro. I feel like it 100% has to be here because this is like the most again, none of this shit makes sense. Like, I don't know why the fuck they introduced Firefly as just a massive fucking. Why did this? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Why did we not? Hello? Okay, you know. When this was literally. Whatever. You know, the game, I don't even know why. How was that even fucking prompted? Hello? Am I stupid? When did that show up? Because we came back and it wasn't whatever, you know. I was gonna say it doesn't matter which because there's no. Because there's like some nice trains and then some not. Let's get in the nice trains. End chapter 4. So, all right. So again, this is where I want to be at. And again, I just want to see how the chapter will end, you know, because I have the save, right? So I just want to see how it'll end. I'm not gonna go back and oh, it literally all right. So it literally just I thought we were gonna get like a cutscene. All right, so it literally just ends the chapter right there. Because yeah, I was thinking we get like a little cutscene, analyze it, and then so that's and again, I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of losing my cool there because so Firefly's looped, right? You know, again, Firefly's looped, right? So that's why I was like, I was not fucking around with Firefly. I realized that, and I was like, all right, you know, what are we doing here? Like, and then again, I don't know what the fuck happened because I 100% came back that way and it was like it didn't populate, whatever. I probably just needed to go to a different floor and then return and that's what populated it. Um, so it's whatever, right? But again, we're done with the chapter, right? Again, what I'll say, you know, is that at some point, you know, hold on, sorry, some shit's going on in the group chat, right? Hold on. So but besides that, right? You know, what is it? So yeah, maybe what I'll do is for the next chapter, right? Whenever the next chapter comes out, if like let's say I need more XP, I'll go to Firefly. Or I guess what is it? Lost Woods. Again, it was just like I'm not gonna lie, like it again, if we had started off the chapter there, I'd probably be more keen on kind of exploring every part of it because it is looped. But again, just simply because of again, simply because of what would you call it? You know, again, because it was like the end of the chapter, we played this is literally part 9 of the chapter, right? You know, again, just simply because of that, right? It's like there's just no point in continuing on, right? I already spent like 2, 3 parts trying to beat that one boss. We're done here. I'm not getting any XP. I already rearranged our items, so we're good. So yeah, maybe at the start of the next chapter where the level cap goes up, right? But again, it's just something to where it's like not going to deal with that now, right? I don't know if the mod makers, you know, again, I don't know if the Reverie team actually expected. I because I feel like most people are kind of in my boat. They beat it and they're like, all right, I'm not going through all that bullshit. Let's just end it. You know, and speaking of end it, so what I do think is curious. So because what I'll say is that this chapter usurped my expectations in 2 ways. And I'm not going to make a black screen video. This is just going to kind of be that way, right? One, in the first, right, is that I was not expecting anything relating to Lost Library or the Wishmaker being relevant. I figure we're just going to go through Sweetheart's Castle and then maybe potentially it ends off in a similar fashion as the original game. And, again, maybe that's our brief exposure to like that aspect of it, right? And then the second thing, which you usurped me, is I thought we were going to end off the chapter in the real world. We ended it off seemingly continuing on in Headspace, which to me is very interesting. And the reason being that, because I mean, if you recall, chapter one, we started in real world, went into headspace, continued on in heads, or we did whatever. I think we had like a brief interaction in the real world, went back to headspace again, continued on. When we woke up, when you ended chapter two, right? You ended off in the real world. That was, I think, the big thing, But that didn't happen here. So that's kind of the big thing to where it's like, seemingly the next chapter is going to be a headspace one, and I find that pretty interesting because I think you know, hopefully what that means is that chapter six is because I don't recall how many chapters they said they planned. I think it was like eight. Or again, I'm pulling that number out of my ass, right? But I think it was like eight, but it's something to where it's like, or really like the main thing is because and this is the thing, right? And this is what I feel like it is for most people playing. We just generally care about the real world, and more than like whatever's going on in Headspace, right? Don't get me wrong, this is cool that we're getting these like Headspace segments and we have this Headspace story. But like we got introduced to a new cast of characters in chapter three, right? One that I feel like we want to see kind of, developed more and expanded upon. My worry and the fact that seemingly the next chapter is going to be a Headspace one, my kind of worry is that what we saw was kind of the extent of what we're going to get in the real world, which don't get me wrong, it's pretty cool that we have a real world envision of what Sunny's new home would look like, right? A new town or city, whatever. But I am worried that they just did that and then now it's just not going to be relevant. And the sole focus of Reverie is just going to be finishing out this story in Headspace. Because what I honestly kind of expected was my expectation was okay. Once we finished, the shit with Sweetheart's castle, Sweetheart kind of departs. We'll go find, Space Boy's crew. He departs, and then kind of Sunny and Doughy have like they like obviously Biscuits with us, but again they kind of share their goodbyes, right? And that's like ending off Headspace as a whole, like, and that leads to kind of the well, I don't want to say destruction, but kind of the putting to rest of Headspace. And it would be just Sunny in the real world. That's what I figured it would kind of be and what the end game was, right? That knowing that we're going to Sweetheart's Castle, and that was seemingly the whole reason she was like with our party. And again, it focused more on like Sunny, in the real world, right? But again, that's just my and again, I don't want to say I don't blame him, but like I wouldn't be surprised if this took much more of a headspace because again, if you remember the big thing leading up to chapter 3 was what's the real world going to look like, right? And we got that. But now again, I think the worry is it's just going to be headspace focus only. And I think probably the big question is again, who knows, right? Who knows? We'll see, right? But yeah, I mean, I think this is good. Again, I'm not gonna lie, I was low key losing my mind at the end, but overall, I enjoyed chapter four, right? Again, for especially for how long it was, right? It was getting a bit, it was dragging a bit near the end, but it was like for how long it was, right? Especially compared to the previous ones, it was pretty nice, right? And I did like the portion at like Sweetheart's. I'm not gonna lie, the boss was hard, but like we were able to overcome it, kind of by cheesing it and forcing it to always use its first move to make us happy, but I mean, we still beat it, right? So it wasn't an unbeatable boss, at least in my eyes or in our experience, right? Because we beat it. But it's something to where it's like, I enjoyed it, right? And again, I generally enjoyed Reverie, right? I mean, really enjoyed chapter three. Chapter two was all right. Chapter two was kind of, I think for me, like the order is I enjoyed chapter three the most because it's real world and it's that interpretation of what the real world's like for again in Sunny's new town, right? I think chapter three is probably my favorite. Then I think chapter four. I think this chapter kind of took Headspace to the next level, right? Granted, again, I think the worry is that it's going to be just Headspace from here on out, right? But we'll see. But enjoy chapter four. Then I think chapter one, right? Chapter one was nice because that was like the whole like you're introduced to like this whole new like world, right? And this whole new thing. And then I think chapter two is last. Chapter two was just a bit like tedious, if I'm being honest. But really, its main function was to kind of, you're able to flesh out the headspace, team, right? And then again, you get that connection to the real world. But again, that's how where I would say uh that comes into play, right? But again, with that, I don't really have much else to say. I think that ends, this again, probably another like year or two, before honestly, I might even just ask in the Reverie Discord, just to get like an answer, is the next chapter gonna be Headspace or Real World, right? So, but we'll see, it's like who knows? Who knows, right? We'll see. I definitely do think, it seems like next chapter, bulk of it's in. I guess this is kind of my chapter five predictions. I'll just knock that out in this video as well. I guess given the ending, again, I think it's going to be a Headspace chapter. And again, I guess, and the thing is, because we're seemingly progressing along a similar path to the original game, albeit at an expedited pace, right? I think it's weird because the Metro is like its own thing. But like we went through Space Boys portion, went through Sweethearts portion. Seemingly, we're gonna go through the equivalent of, what is it, the casino or whatever it was called, and then the underground highway into, seemingly what it's setting up for is the three Squid Girls to be like the boss fight, like the culminating boss fight of Headspace in Reverie, right? I don't see it going beyond that. Humphrey seemingly not relevant, um, since he's already taken care of, right? But that's seemingly where Headspace is going to kind of culminate. And I think next chapter, what my hope is that we get most of the way there for the next chapter, and then it goes to the real world, right? Because really, I just want to see the real world more than anything else. But that's seemingly where it's going to be. And I will say, again, biggest surprise is we actually got exposure to Lost Library and then, the actual castle keeper, right? But, other than that, that's pretty much all I got for this one. Don't really have anything else to say. So, yep, that's it for this one. See you in the next one.